For me, when I was 13 in 1978, my father got a job with the Tennessee Valley Authority, and we moved from Schenectady to Cleveland, Tennessee. And being a Yankee and being a Catholic, and a Yankee who didn't hate Jews or blacks, and who spoke differently, because, you know, we speak differently up north, supposedly. We speak differently in Schenectady than you speak here in Philadelphia, too. So, we were picked on, made fun of, you know, Catholics worship saints, you know, a real ignorance of Christianity in general, but, or Catholicism in particular, but also a hyper-racialized climate, because when I lived in Schenectady, there weren't many black kids in the school that I went to, and I was raised not to be racist. I was raised to be homophobic, to hate gays. And so, two of my sisters who are lesbian, they were programmed the same way, to hate themselves. So, there was some programming I got. One was to hate gays, but don't hate blacks. And don't hate Jews either. So when I went to the South, I was really, it was right in your face. Anti-Jew, anti-Catholic, anti-black. So I already, from the first few months, I had a real hypersensitivity to race. And then I had spent a couple months in a Youth Conservation Corps camp up in the hills of northeastern Tennessee, and the only people I hung out with were the black guys. We lived in male-female segregated dormitories, but I only hung out with the black guys because I couldn't stand the white Southerners. I loathed those people. So I always hung with the black guys. They liked me, I liked them, because we all couldn't stand those white guys. So the common enemy united us, you know what I'm saying? That's a prejudice I've had to work to get away from, is my prejudice of Southerners, okay? Because I hated the South so much. But then, when we moved back to Schenectady in '82, went back to high school, still not many black kids. When I went into the Air Force, the one big thing that really showed me I had a lot of white privilege was one of the guys I was stationed with from Boston was taking a buddy of his back to New York, a black man, they were both black, was taking a buddy of his back to New York on the weekend, and one gentleman had just bought a brand new probe, the first year that the 4 probes came out, and they were nice cars. And he got pulled over in New York by a white cop, and he was livid when he came back to base because it had just happened that Sunday afternoon. They went down for the weekend and came back, had to be back on duty by Monday morning. And he was really pissed. And I was like, what happened? He told me he got pulled over, you know, where's the ID registration? And I was like, why'd you get pulled over? And he said, black man, nice car, equals drugs. And I was like, yeah, I can understand his point. And I realized I had never been pulled over for anything at all, unless I had broken the law, run a couple stop signs, run a red light. I mean, I've been pulled over because I broke the law, but I've never been pulled over for not breaking the law. And while we're all profiled, your profile as a black man, your profile as a black woman, our profile as a white man, we all have a profile, but some of these profiles are different, and people's reaction to them are differently. So that's pretty much where I really knew that I had something that other people didn't have. And I didn't know it was privilege either. But I just knew by my skin color. And if I was driving a probe in New York, that cop would have pulled me over.